This is a review of the Saramonic TX XLR9 wireless mic transmitter. Now before we get into it, I just wanted to reference a couple of reviews I looked through before I actually made it. So there's that one, and then there was this one, and then there was that one. And after watching those three videos, I realized I wanted to make a video to kind of focus on the transmitter and its details as much as I can, and also show you how easy it is to use. So the unit itself is actually pretty compact, and even with batteries installed, I thought it weighed a little bit less just holding it than the actual lav pack. The design of the battery tray is identical to the one you'll find in the lav, so it's very simple to use. You shouldn't have any issues using it. We are testing out today the Saramonic TX XLR9 wireless mic transmitter. Right now I have a Bayer dynamic mic plugged into this unit, and I'm roughly maybe 15 feet away from the receiver. Now there's nothing in line between the receiver and the recorder. It's just getting plugged straight in with my custom made breakout box. Hopefully this will give you an idea of what it sounds like if you just plug in a dynamic mic into this mic transmitter. Currently I have a Sony ECM674 connected to it. It's an electric condenser, and I'm using phantom power on the unit. Now, at this point, you should be able to hear everything pretty much clear. It should definitely be loud. Condenser microphones are known to have more signal output than a dynamic. Right now, you should hear everything. Should be nice. Well, it might not be nice, but it should be loud. It should be clear. And everything I'm saying you should be able to hopefully hear. And I'm hoping that there isn't anything like noise or distortion, because I know this is coming in quite a bit louder than the previous mic. Now we're at the best part of the video. The fix. You betcha we're going to talk about the Triton Audio Airhead. Have a look at that from the back. Alright, so this is the final test for this review. I'm using a Saramonic TX XLR9 wireless mic transmitter. I'm plugged into a Bayer dynamic mic. That's actually plugged into a Triton Audio Airhead, and then that's plugged into this Saramonic wireless mic transmitter. Hopefully the sound is clear, it's open. Hopefully it sounds as good as I'm hoping it's going to sound. But more importantly, it's going to give you an honest interpretation of what you could get just from a dynamic mic if it's padded and then plugged into the Saramonic unit. Now, there's no such thing as a perfect device, but I think that this actually might make it usable for a good portion of people if they happen to get a unit that's loud, like the one I have. Hopefully this will be helpful to you in figuring out what you can do to at least get usable footage. Now I currently have a Sony ECM674 electric condenser microphone plugged in. It's actually a shotgun mic, but I have the Triton Audio Airhead in line before I'm plugged into the actual transmitter. So basically it's attenuating this signal before it hits it, which I believe is necessary if you want to use a condenser mic with this unit. Now hopefully this has given you an idea of how good the sound quality could be and what you should anticipate, noise, and all those other things included, because I don't think any wireless system is completely devoid of noise. There could be some distortion. There could be something that is noticeable, really maybe not noticeable. It depends on what you're hearing and the environment that you're working in. But hopefully this will give you a really good idea of what you can do with this device and what your options are if you are just like me. You got one of the devices and it seems to be that the input gain on this unit seems to be a little loud. So in closing, I just want to talk quickly about the Saramonic TX XLR9 transmitter. I do think it works. You're going to have to do some experimentation because a dynamic mic might work just fine, but if you put in a, let's say, phantom powered or even just battery powered condenser, that mic value might be too loud and you'll get distortion. So you're going to have to figure out if it's too loud, if it's too soft, if you need to actually attenuate it all. Some mics you might not need to. However, what I've discovered is it's always good to have options available, and hopefully this video kind of puts some options out there in front of you. One more thing, if you are recording, you probably should be looking at that meter, because that'll kind of give you an indicator of what you're getting back from the transmitter. Specifically with this unit, if you don't have any volume controls on the input, the only option you have is just gauging what you're seeing on the actual receiver end. So hopefully this video has been helpful. That's all for now.